It is a period of civil war. The rebellion against the sinister and corrupt Federated Alliance grows stronger, and the fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. Now, rebel emissary Pleck Decksetter and his intrepid crew travel the farthest reaches of the galaxy to explore astounding new worlds, discover their heroic destinies, and meet weird bug creatures and stuff. This is Mission to Zix.
Nermut, hey.
Hey.
I got your heat rock set up again.
Are you serious?
Yeah, well, we still had it around and just figured, let's plug that bad boy in.
Oh, I'm gonna just hop up in there.
Oh, man.
Yeah. It's good to have you back, buddy.
Thank you so much. It's good to be back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beano left heat rock.
No, Beano, stop. You can't...
You had it out for Beano?
No. We...
Beano love heat rock.
Okay, occasionally we'd plug it in. If Beano couldn't sleep, we would put Beano on the heat rock and...
I initialed it. I wrote my...
Missions Operations Manager Nermut Bundaloy, you must understand how difficult it is to get Beano to relax.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Well, I'm just going to stretch out on it and...
Yeah, cool. All right, well, you just chill there and...
Beano stretch too.
Okay. Nermut, you're actually gonna... I think you and Beano might actually really get along.
Really? Is that a size thing? You just think because Beano and I are the same closest to it?
Beano big spoon, Nermut little spoon.
Okay.
Honestly, I think Dar is big spoon, let's be honest.
Hey, Dar.
Yes.
How are you, I don't know, I probably shouldn't say this in a room with all of us in the same room at the same time.
Then.
Okay,
I'd probably
but I was just going to say, it's great, right? Things are great now that everybody's all together again.
Pleck, could I just talk to you?
Sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, Pleck. Things with Nermut are, a little weird right now.
What? Why?
Well, it's just, we'd already agreed that, we didn't like the long distance thing, so we were just gonna, see other people.
Oh.
And now he's on the ship.
Wait, are you, actively seeing somebody else right now?
I'm not actively seeing someone else.
Oh, no.
Beano want to know what's going on.
Oh.
Beano? Do you want to play our fun game?
Wait, what are you guys doing? I heard something with a game?
I'd like to remind everybody I hear all conversations despite location.
I'm maintaining my distance.
Thank you, C.
Just for reference, I can hear everything.
Yeah, of course.
Fine.
Of course.
Beano
Thank you.
love asides.
Guys, can I just say something since there are all of us in the room at the same time?
Yeah, of course.
I think there might be too many of us here at once.
I would have to agree.
What?
Oh.
What?
All right, I let some more people in.
There was no one waiting for me down in the shuttle dock bay, and I invited myself up to this level.
Bargie, did we have guests and you didn't tell us?
I want to tell you everything. What am I, huh? Your mom?
Wait, is that... Sorry,
I'm the mom.
Yes, you are.
The only one there to greet me was Bargie because she's everywhere, all of the time.
You're welcome and welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I don't believe we've met. I'm emissary Pleck Decksetter.
I'm Veteran Missions Operations Manager Vulm Sunblighter.
Hello?
Veteran?
That's right.
Huh.
I've come today with a mission for all of you, plus these two young boys here.
Oh.
They must be scared straight.
I just don't like anything I hear from an adult.
I'm sorry, if we could just quickly touch on... how old are each of you?
I'm 17 and a half.
Okay.
And I'm 17 and a fourth.
A fourth, I see.
These two young men have gotten themselves into all kinds of trouble, and I have to say that 17 is far too old to be counting half birthdays.
I mean, that's true. That's absolutely true.
Quarter birthdays, I think.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Well, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to deliver these 3 crystals to the planet Vorbom.
Oh,
this is boring.
Now, these two boys, this teen Tellurian and this teen droid...
Wait, do they have names?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can call me Drake Fistkin.
Ooh.
Is that your real
Is
name?
that your
You
name?
can call me Drake Fistkin.
All right. For lack of a better alternative, we can call you Drake Fistkin,
But if you wanted to tell us your real name, you could.
Well,
It just sounds like a made-up cool name.
It is a made-up cool name.
I mean, you nailed it. You absolutely nailed it because it's
Thank
very
you.
cool.
Yeah. Thank you. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is the fist part of Fistkin too much?
Oh, is it? It's Fistkin?
I'm Drake Fistkin. So much better than my real name, Gavin Boo Boo.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely...
That sounds like a real name. Yeah.
That's self-awareness, though. That's good for a 17-year-old to understand.
And what's your name, kiddo?
My name is AR33, but you can call me Alpine Nightly.
I'm gonna call you AR33.
But I wish you wouldn't.
I've already forgotten your fake name.
Alpine Nightly. I'll keep saying it.
No. AR33.
All right, guys, I got this. Everybody be quiet, okay? I know this is a scared straight situation, and I did a couple movies where I scared some people straight.
Yeah, Bargie really laid on these two, huh?
What you do is bad, but the world out there is worse. So why don't you... what was the rest?
Oh, Bargie, you were so close.
Okay.
For a second, I was almost scared straight.
Yeah.
Wait, AR-33, how is it that a droid needs to be scared straight?
I was made with flaws to make me more angsty.
Oh, yeah,
more
sure.
relatable to other teens.
It's a controversial production line, but, they wanted some verisimilitude and...
Yeah, so I could relate with Drake.
And my dad gave me this disposition.
Yeah, that's...
I was made to be Drake's best friend. That's how I got this position.
Now. There are 3 crystals to deliver to 3 different continents.
Disposition? That was awesome.
Now, as veteran missions operation manager, I must insist that we focus on our task at hand.
Honk shoe.
I think he's suggesting that he's been put to sleep by your speech.
Yes. Watch your language, first of all. Never use that combination of goose sound and footwear again to embarrass me.
Just joking, deprogram me now. I'll splice my own wires.
Oh, boy. Okay, listen, so we gotta... We'll deliver the crystals, that's fine.
We gotta deliver. That's what you sound like.
Yeah, that is what you sound like.
Yeah,
oh, that was so good.
That was very good.
It's actually pretty close to what you sound like. Very nice.
Look, my name is Jack Fuddrucker.
Wait, was that you, Pleck?
That's pretty close, actually, yeah.
Emissary Decksetter,
Yes.
I insist that you get this mission on point.
Yes.
Right, deliver the crystals.
Yeah, thank you, Nermut.
Can I just stay here and send my jexts?
Sure.
Dart, that's not how you...
I'm sorry. Do you have something to say to me, Nermut?
Yeah. I've been obviously trying to hug you, and you are, like...
About this mission.
Oh. We're trying to scare these kids straight.
You wanted to send texts. Jug texts.
Yeah, I love those.
Well, sure, we all love those, but he's 17 and a half.
Yeah.
We're very aware.
Everyone is aware.
I'm jexting like butts and like...
Oh, you two nerds have never jexted in your life.
No, I've jexted.
Jext butts.
If you're putting a subject line in your jext, you're doing it wrong.
Wait, send me one.
Alright, here's one.
Yeah, read it out loud.
Come on, Drake, you got this. You're my best friend, you got this. You're my best friend, don't let me down.
Yeah, I'm going for it. I'm totally gonna go for it. This is
Send
gonna
it
be
Jex to
the
the ship.
dirtiest jex
Yeah,
I've ever
nasty
done.
ass shit.
Okay.
Just like
Gavin, we're still waiting.
jism.
Jism.
Did you just say the word jism and nothing else?
Jism.
Okay, what was the jext before that one?
Hi.
And the jext before that one?
Why aren't you responding to my jexts?
So the chain was, why aren't you responding to my jext? Hi, Jism.
Yep, okay, that was a beautiful recap.
Oh, back in the monarchy when I was a Grand Plut, I sent the most disgusting jexts everyone ever saw.
Gross.
Okay, now, if you wouldn't mind reading a couple of your favorites out loud.
I would certainly be pleased to. Girl, you up? I'm going to eat that ass.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Cogent.
Yeah, now that's a jest.
What, you can do that to an ass?
Jerry, play cool.
What?
This is not acceptable behavior for young men of your age. You can't do these things for another 6 months and 9 months.
Veteran Missions Operations Manager Vulm, Sunblighter, it feels like you are enabling these teens in some way.
I have no idea of what you refer to, C-53.
Is this usually how the Scared Straight program goes? Do they talk about eating ass this much?
Every single time.
Yeah, Gavin, what did you do that you needed to be scared straight? Did you, break a rule? Did you get in a fight? What happened?
I got this eye patch.
That was an infraction?
That is one of the early red flags. When a young man puts on an eye patch, you must beware their next actions. We must look for the warning signs.
We're still trying to figure out our personality. Trying on some different things,
Yeah.
Wait, so if you put on an eye patch, what did you do?
It removed my eye,
Wait,
Sure.
what?
my optic camera.
Okay, so that actually does sound more horrifying than...
Well, no, I'm still pretty dangerous. Like, another day, I came to school with a cane.
Yeah. He walked with the cane, and then at the last minute, he did a forward roll.
Yes, these sorts of affectations are exactly the sorts of things that we must be wary of.
That seems sort of, endearing, though.
Sure.
Where do you guys keep your hats around here?
Where do we keep our hats?
No, don't encourage his affectations.
Oh, he's chosen a large top hat.
Okay, hey, we've landed, so not that anybody cares, but I took the coordinates and I landed, and we're here to do the job that we're supposed to do.
Thank you, Bargie.
So, thank you, Bargie.
Thank you, Bargarean Jade.
Thank you.
V-Mom, Sunblighter, I think maybe Gavin and I should go out and deliver these crystals.
Well, there are 3 different crystals that need to go to 3 different locations. If you would like to have different members of the crew split up and deliver them simultaneously.
That's probably a better idea.
It seems like a way we could really cut through some of the chaos.
Yeah.
Sure.
Beano think the droids should go together, Gavin and Pleck should go together, and Dar, Nermut, and Vulm Sunblighter should go together. That's what Beano thinks.
Yeah, let's just put the droids together, huh?
Yeah, it's a little...
C-53, could I speak to you for a moment, please?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I think it's very important that AR-33 has a role model such as yourself. Alpine.
Yeah, well,
Has a
deal
role
with that.
model such as yourself. Someone who has years of experience. But he can see himself reflected in you.
Very well, I'd be happy to accompany him.
Hey guys, this is fun. Should we just keep talking about splitting up?
Yes, let's go over the plan one more time.
Okay.
Very good.
All right, I'll be the note keeper.
Thank you. Let the note-taking begin.
All right.
So, Emissary Decksetter will accompany Gavin Boo Boo, and they will deliver 1 crystal. Myself and Alpine Knightley will deliver the 2nd crystal, and
Thank you.
Veteran Missions Operations Manager Vulm Sunblighter, Missions Operations Manager Nermut Bundaloy, and Dar will deliver the 3rd crystal.
Okay, great.
Sounds excellent.
Nermut, do you want to read that back?
Dang it. I didn't hit save.
Attention, this is Captain Hark Tarnagast transmitting from halfway under the seat of my fighter. Here's hoping I can use my foot to steer around the temporal rifts while I rewire this hyperdrive. It's like someone took a Therusian hammer to it, but I believe I've got the thing nearly fixed. Escaping this haunting no-sentience land is a top priority, second only to writing my advice column. Yes, indeed. Over on the Rebellion.space, you can read my answers to tough questions sent in by confused, searching rebels. And heck, send in your own question and receive some tough love back from Hark. I don't know everything, but whatever I've learned in the aerial trenches of this noble rebellion, I am honored to share. And while you're at the Rebellion.space, why not check out the gorgeous poster for Turkmanikid's Reb Talk? Lend a hand cracking some troublesome encrypted messages, read Rolfus Tittle's Essential Guide to Neutralizing Clints, and then click Make a Site, which links to squarespace.com/Zix, where you can use the offer code ZYXX, ZYXX, to get a free Squarespace trial and a discount on your order of a site or domain. Because why not turn your cool idea into a beautiful website? Those righteous URLs once again, squarespace.com/Zix, offer code ZYXX, and the Rebellion.space. Oh, baby, in the words of my favorite musician, Jordan Bakorkin, We're flying! Hark Turnagast, signing off!
All right, now Gavin, I'm gonna entrust you with this gem. This is what we have to deliver to the representative of this continent.
All right, I guess I'll put it in this fanny pack.
Perfect. That's actually ideal. Is that a rebellion-issued fanny pack?
Yeah. But I also got one for the Federated Alliance. I got it in a thrift shop.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I spent a lot of time there, like, just looking for stuff. Like, a lot of times I like shirts that have, like, designs from things, like, before I was even born. I don't even know what they mean.
Oh, wow. Hey, Gavin, you seem like a sensitive kid, you know?
No, I'm tough.
You have 2 fanny packs and a vintage t-shirt on.
Yeah, right.
Why are you staring off into the distance right now?
I'm just thinking about a poem.
Okay, wow. Gavin, I think that this is the right work for you, You're out here, you're having an adventure. This is a great way to connect with yourself, and figure out who you really are.
Yeah. Mr. Decksetter?
You don't have to, you just call me Pleck, that's fine.
Pleck, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Like, how did you become an adult? Like, what happened between when you were young and now?
Wow, that is a really interesting question, Gavin. I continued to be the same, and then it used to be people are like, you're a kid, and now people are like, I can't believe you're acting like that as an adult. That's sort of what happened. It's just sort of people started judging me differently.
Oh, Rod.
Oh no! Did I probably upset you with that, didn't I?
Adults don't know anything more than I do.
Yeah, no, that's actually super true, especially in my case. So, yeah, if you think suddenly like a switch is gonna flip and you're gonna be like you got it all figured out, wow, watch out. Yes.
I am the representative of continent number 1.
Oh, yes, how convenient. Great. Do you just always stand here at the border?
I am the representative of continent number 1.
Great. Yeah, good. That makes our job super easy.
Looks like I have 2 children in front of me.
Oh, well, I'm
not a kid.
I think I have 2 children in front of me.
Well, you got one, technically a child and a technically adult. Listen.
You're both children. You acting like a child, and you a child.
Sure,
you are very much a child.
Yeah.
Mr. Decksetter, is it possible that this creature's language only has about 7 words in it?
That seems like what it's maybe.
2 children, continent number 1.
Like, at first I thought he was coming at us pretty hard, but I think
Yeah,
maybe...
no, I think he's...
Continent 2, children 1.
Oh, is that the score? What is happening?
I think maybe do we just like walk past it?
I don't know if this is actually the
Continent 2 children, 1 continent, 2 children.
Oh man.
Children 1, continent.
Children 2.
Wow. You just communicated with that guy. I had no idea what he was saying.
Yeah, I don't know what I said either.
Oh man. Gavin, see, this is what I'm talking about. I think you really navigated that well.
You fake it till you make it.
Yeah, good.
Hi, did you guys just pass the sentry there?
Yeah, it took us a second.
Only speak 7 words?
Yeah.
A lot about children and continents and stuff?
Yeah. Is it always the same?
It's always the same.
I gotta say, I don't know how often this happens, but we really thought he was talking about the 2 of us specifically.
For a second, it was really bracing.
Great. You guys make a great team. Are you both emissaries, or...?
I'm Emissary Pleck Decksetter. This is Gavin Boo Boo. He's emissary in training, I guess you might say. Maybe, someday.
Well, young Tellurian, you seemed less like an emissary in training and more like a real emissary today.
Oh, wow.
Just put the crystal right there. That'll power the rest of the continent for the next few cycles.
Really?
Wow, let me unzip my fanny pack. There you go.
Great. Very practical. Very cool.
Thanks.
Right.
I'm getting a lot of validation from adults.
Yeah. Yeah, well, is there anybody we need to fight, or any kind of,
Well, you got past the sentry. Did you learn a lesson?
Kind of.
I think I learned that you shouldn't be scared of what people say to you, because you just are you inside, no matter what.
Oh, man, you got all of that?
Yeah.
Did you not get a lesson at all?
No, I was just sort of...
Pleck, you didn't get anything?
No,
really
didn't get anything.
The young one really seemed to come into his own in this mission.
Man, yeah,
and
I guess so.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, nothing. I don't know.
Well, you seem like a jacket idiot to me.
Oh, that seems rude.
Hey, kid.
Yeah?
You got a future.
Huh.
Thanks.
I don't know if I like this very much.
Well, I mean, it's what's happening, so...
Alpine, are you dissatisfied with this mission in some way?
Yeah, I just thought this would be a lot more exciting. And I just feel like I could be doing any of this at home, like in my brain.
Well, you can't deliver a crystal in your brain.
You sound like a white noise machine. I hate you!
AR-33, I'm getting a lot of aggression, right?
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm giving a lot of aggression, Dad.
Well, that's why I'm getting it, and I'm not your father.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see if I'm your father.
I'm gonna make you my father.
I mean, that would be a surprise for me.
By the end of the journey, you're gonna be my dad. Dad.
Alpine, if that's what you really want, we could...
I don't know what I want.
Okay, that sounds right.
I mean, I guess if I'm being honest with myself, I want you to listen to my poetry.
Alpine, I would love to listen to your poetry.
Okay. Braham. She brews a proper cup of coffee in a copper coffee pot. Okay. Metal.
Oh, sorry.
What the chuck?
Just sounded like...
Are you gonna listen?
What you were doing sounded like a poem, and I was about to...
No, it's a vocal warm-up.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Metal?
Now that one was... Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on!
It's hard to know where the poetry begins. Okay.
Metal. Clang.
Welcome to planet continent number 2.
I was in the middle of poetry.
Yeah, we were sort of having a moment, so if you could excuse us for just a moment.
Me and my daddy were having a moment.
Okay, but I'll be here.
Dad, did you ever write poetry?
Me?
Yeah. My daddy tells sexy lyrics.
I mean, I can try. I haven't used this subroutine in many years, so
all right, I'm
maybe
ready.
a little. Okay.
Warm up.
Yep. No. Toy boy.
Toy boy.
Ilamo, did you get the crystal yet? Everyone below is about to die.
I want to go, and I'm just standing here with my arms open.
Maybe we should.
Yep, my whole continent is moments from death. We've been waiting for a crystal. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Alpine, do you have the crystal?
Dad, do you have nightmares? I have nightmares.
I would say...
Are George supposed to have nightmares?
I think no.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right, Alpine. Here, come here.
What was Mom like?
Alpine, I know we're getting pretty deep into this fiction that I'm your father, but I don't think I'm actually... I mean, I assume you, like me, rolled off an assembly line. I'm from the Ronka Cybernetics Corporation.
I'm from the Ronka Cybernetics Corporation.
Oh.
And I'm from planet continent number 2.
All right.
Alpine, do you have that crystal?
Yeah, here. It's in my second mouth.
Okay. Will this do? Is this what you're...
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay.
Sorry, you didn't...
No, it's fine. It's just you came right up to me and you just... 4 inches away from me having a conversation.
Have you ever dealt with an at-risk team?
Yes. Yeah, we just ship them off.
Oh, so that's very different than what we do.
So, Veteran Missions Operations Manager, Vulm.
Sunblighter.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
I'm just nervous because I honestly, I don't meet a lot of Veteran Missions Operations Managers, and I just want to climb up on this rock to shake your hand.
Oh, well, it'd be my pleasure to shake your hand.
Ah, wow.
Nermut, was it?
Yeah. I'm a missions operations manager.
Nermut, what do you say for the rest of this mission? You ride on my shoulder.
Oh my gosh, honestly, I was going to ask, and I thought he'll never say yes.
Oh no, please, jump aboard.
Wow.
Before you came over just now, I was telling Dar about my days in the monarchy, and the sort of truly depraved orgies we would have back then.
Huh.
I really thought we were getting close to something until you joined us, Nermut.
So, Crystal?
Yes, it's only about 40 clicks from here. We should be there in no time. But, Dar, you have never engaged in an orgy before?
I have never indulged in such a small, intimate orgy as you have.
There is something about a double-digit orgy that is just so intimate and life-affirming that I can't really describe it other than to say, I don't care who lives under the thumb of such an oppressive ruler. All I know is my needs are being met in every possible way I could imagine, and some I couldn't even conceive before.
Those clicks aren't gonna click themselves, right, guys? We should. We're just standing here.
Yes, Nermut, let us go forward.
Okay, yeah.
Sure.
Hey, guys.
Hi!
Oh.
Welcome to continent number 3.
Oh, man. Okay. It's great to see you guys. We're just a couple of... We're just a couple.
We're a couple, and we're just in love.
In love and into it, and just making it work and trying to power this continent.
That's crazy, because we're sort of a couple, and then this is...
You're a couple?
Well, there are 3 of you, so that, by definition, not a couple.
Exactly. None of us 3 are a couple.
Yes, that is correct. We are an envoy of the rebellion, and it is our pleasure to give you this crystal today.
Incredible.
Thank you.
Do you have anything to give us?
Just some advice about love.
Oh.
We do have a little bit of advice.
Yeah.
Great.
Just a little.
Maybe Nermut could stay here and hear that advice.
Okay, yeah.
I would really like to just, pick your brain just over here privately.
Oh, behind the big rock?
Yeah,
Dar, I'm going to take great notes about all of this love advice, because I know we're having like a moment right now where there's some tension, but I'm just going to take it all in, and it's going to work for us. Okay.
Let me take you off my shoulder here and set you down.
Oh, okay, yep.
Great, so they're going behind the ass-eating rock. And while they do that, we'll just give you a few quick pointers about how to make it work.
Yeah. You can.
We're very big influencers here on the continent, and one lesson I think we know is just listen.
Just listen.
Okay.
Just listen.
Is the ass-eating rock what it sounds like?
Beano want to hear the story of Beano.
I'll tell you the story of Bargie. It all started when I was 14 years old, and an agent found me in the middle of space, and he said, Bargie, I'm calling you Bargarean Jade, and you're gonna become the most famous ship in all the land. And I said, who are you? You're a creepy person. But I went with him into a dark, other second location, and you know what he said to me?
Beano now.
He said, sign this contract. And I couldn't read, so I was like, I'll go for it, even though every instinct inside my body said, don't trust a man who just picked you out of this bar in space. Yes, I was in a bar when I was underage, but I had nobody telling me what to do, you know what I mean? I was an independent ship since day one. So I went to him to another location, and I met some more men. You know what they said?
Beano now.
They said, Bargie, we're gonna put you in the movies, and they did. And I went all the way to the top. And then you know what they said? They said you were too old. So, that's where we are now.
Beano hungry.
Gavin, I know you're feeling pretty good about this mission. Nice job, but...
yeah.
Gotta say, I feel a little bit, distressed.
What's wrong, Pleck?
I know,
Can I help?
I know, I appreciate that, but I just feel like I kind of took what that sentry said to heart, and even though I know it was just an automaton that only knows 7 words, I really started to think, what makes me an adult and not a child? I don't know.
Well, you know what, Pleck? I feel like I've done a lot of growing up in the last 15 minutes, and...
Yeah, I think you're taller than you were before.
Yeah, and you know what? I think I have a goatee now.
Oh, how is that possible?
But you know what, Pleck? If I've learned anything, it's that if you see yourself as a boy, you're always going to be a boy. It's like you're giving yourself permission not to be an adult.
Yeah, I think you're right. Thank you.
Yeah. Here, hold my top hat.
Okay.
Here, take my fanny pack.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'm just so I can hold your fanny pack, I'm gonna put this top hat on so I have a free hand to hold your fanny pack.
Yeah, and here's my eye patch.
Oh, okay. You know what? Actually, to hold the eye patch, I'm gonna put this fanny pack on.
Here's my other fanny pack.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put on the eye patch to just out of hand, so I gotta put.
Is
Okay.
Child.
No.
Child.
Okay, he's pointing right at me when he
Child.
said that. That's...
Child.
I feel like I'm taking a step backwards, Gavin, I gotta say.
Look, it's all right, Pleck. It's like a horoscope. You can look into it and think that it's talking about you.
You're right. You're right.
Pleck Decksetter.
See,
Child.
that doesn't seem right.
Alpine, I was very affected by your poem.
Yeah?
Yeah. The part where you said, metal clang.
You were really listening.
I mean,
You were really listening to me.
that's true. Metal does clang.
I feel heard.
I'm glad to hear it.
I'm glad it happened. And I know you're not my real dad. Like, I know that. But it just feels good to say those words sometimes. And to have a presence that, is accepting.
I understand.
I don't want to be like this.
No?
I feel like I got bees inside me.
Do you have bees inside you? Is that...
Yeah. I found a hive and put it inside one of my mouths.
I know that's a cool thing with young droids these days, but maybe it's time to let that hive go.
Yeah. I'll let it go.
Okay.
Bye, bees.
Goodbye, bees.
Why are they saying bye, bees?
I don't know.
Why are the bees saying bye, bees?
Yeah, I think... Did one say happy summer just now?
Maybe. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, well, that's good.
Never forget camp.
That was beautiful. I won't forget camp.
No one should forget camp.
I feel weird that I'm so emotional all the time, and it feels like you got it figured out.
I know it might seem that way, Alpine, but to be honest, I'm just as emotional as you.
Yeah?
I just maybe have a little more experience dealing with those emotions.
So you're saying I should temper and hide my emotions? Let them build up inside me like a hive of bees that's not there? A metaphorical hive of bees? Oh, yeah, get out of there. Get out.
Yeah, get out of here, you metaphor.
I'm not a metaphor.
Well, Alpine, some droids are fitted with a restraining bolt, and then their emotions...
You can't leave the house?
No, they can leave the house, but they can never express their emotions. The bolt prevents them from feeling anything.
Whoa. Can I get one of those? How much?
Now, Alpine, I know it sounds cool to have no emotions.
I'll eat your ass. Give it to me. How much?
Okay, well, Alpine, I don't have one to give you, but I'm here to tell you that a restraining bolt is not a good idea. It's very uncomfortable to live a life where you can't express what you actually feel.
Hey, can you guys move?
Okay. I'm so
I
sorry.
have to leave for lunch, and I just can't move because
I'm
you're
so sorry.
you're just 4 inches.
Crystal and locked arms and formed a circle around you. I feel so bad about that.
Yeah.
And then we released a cloud of bees at you.
That was great. You know, I'm just doing a very low-paid
But they
job.
were affable bees.
They were very nice, but they still stung.
One of the big things is just, have fun.
Have fun.
Just have so much fun.
Yeah. Second, just be honest.
Yeah.
Say
Be
whatever
honest.
you want to say and just say it because life is too short.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Have fun and say it.
Did we say be honest?
Be
Yep,
honest.
got that one.
But the thing you need to do is have fun.
Okay, that was the first
part
one.
of it is just having fun
really
with one
about
another.
having fun.
Right, so
being
far,
honest.
Have
Being
fun and
honest.
being honest. Got those two. Oh.
What?
I didn't hit save, but luckily it was really a small amount of advice.
Okay, so we're done talking.
Yeah.
So
We are all set.
are we good to go?
We've got the crystal.
And we're having fun.
Oh,
Great.
just being honest.
Wonderful.
Well, it's the same number of clicks back to the ship.
Okay,
Let us be on our way.
let us be on our way.
Dar, I just wanted to say that I had the most magnificent time with you. I'm sorry?
No, just you guys had so much fun talking.
Nermut, I truly value honesty, so I'm afraid I must tell you that Dar and I behind that rock, we did many despicable, unspeakable acts to one another, the likes of which I haven't felt in 10 or 15 years. Oh, how I wish I could go back to those days, and now I have just a little bit by sharing this moment of pure depravity with Dar.
Well, I honestly am not having fun.
I'm very sorry to hear that. You should have come behind the rock. Forget what that couple said. The lesson is always come behind the rock. I did.
Got it.
I did. I came behind the rock.
And I'm coming in the sky, so come on, who's coming up?
Well, guys, I feel like we all learned a lot of lessons today, and sometimes in the opposite direction than we thought.
I don't want to hear the lessons.
Okay, great, cool. Well, first of all, I learned that growing up is not as simple as getting older. Gavin learned the same thing, but in a positive way. And C-53, what did you and AR-33 learn?
Well, I think we learned a lot about sharing emotions and how repressing them can be bad.
Yeah. Hey, AR-33, can I ask you a question? Where?
Yeah, and thank you for calling me AR-33. That's my given name.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Great.
What was your question?
Are you,
You didn't have a question, did you?
That's
okay. We're both adults, and we can admit that sometimes we think we have something to say, or we just try and be interesting, but we fail.
That happens to me all the
As
time.
an adult, I recognize that, and I respect that. And just because my dad could kill your dad doesn't mean that...
Wait, who?
We're both not suppressing emotions at all times.
I would say Decksetter AR-33 sort of thinks of me as his dad now, so...
Why? I don't get it. Doesn't
Well,
seem like...
if it helps, you could call me Dad.
Yeah, I do feel like I kind of look up to you. That was you really killed that mission, Gavin.
Oh, thank you. You know what? You helped a lot, champ.
Thanks,
Emissary, what are you wearing? These are several of the warning signs that I mentioned before.
I just feel... Yeah, well,
Wow.
I gotta say that mission made me a little bit angsty. I feel like I kind of doubted myself. I didn't feel very good about it. And then this eye patch really kind of, it really reflects who I am now. Also, it's covering up the eye that the Kek laid an egg in.
And it's actually not covering up that eye.
It's just
really
sitting on top of it.
Emissary, since you are not a teen, I cannot force you into the Scared Straight program. But I can offer you to join voluntarily, or I can join you in your quarters and have a private talk.
Yeah, Pleck, if I could give you a bit of advice, say yes.
All right. Okay.
Alright, everyone be quiet. I figured it out. I got the rest of the speech. Alright, you ready to get scared straight?
I think I am, yeah.
Hey, you might think this place is bad, but look outside, it's worse. Why don't you go down, and there's a discount on, it was a commercial. It was a commercial.
So it wasn't a Scared Straight video?
It was, but it was...
Scared straight to the store to go shopping.
But it still speaks volumes.
Still very effective. Oh, I'm getting a message. I'm sorry, we have to leave now. We have a new mission. We have been tasked with getting a group of bees back together who spent one wonderful summer together. Well, I hope you boys learned a lesson today.
I did.
You hope us men learned a lesson.
Well, you're still a few months away from that, AR-33. I want you to come with me. We have more missions to accomplish. To bring back the monarchy.
And now that I'm an adult man, I'm more effective than ever.
Excellent.
And Dad, I made the other droid on board think he was my dad.
Yes, I'm so proud of you, my two natural-born sons.
Red IT-5, credits and attributions droid commencing outro protocol. Emissary Pleck Decksetter was played by Alden Ford. C-53 was played by Jeremy Benn. Security Officer Dar was played by Allie Kokesh. Bargie the ship and Continents 2 and 3 representatives were played by Moujan Zolfaghari. Beano, the insulting Sentinel, and Continent 1 and 3 representatives were played by Winston Noel. Missions Operations Manager Nermut Bundaloy was played by Seth. This episode features special guests Arnie Niekamp, Adal Rifai, and Matt Young, who co-host the hilarious improvised fantasy podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. Subscribe now! Veteran Missions Operations Manager Vulm Sunblighter was played by Matt Young. Matt leads the crew of the USS Sisyphus as Captain Baxter in the improvised Star Trek podcast. and he's one of the co-creators and talents behind the podcast news magazine parody, The Probe. He's also a proud member of the world-renowned Improvised Shakespeare Company. You can follow him on Twitter at MorePeopleHappy, or his magical alter ego at Isidore the Blue. Gavin Boo Boo was played by Arnie Niekamp. Arnie has designed and directed games like Drawful and Trivia Murder Party for Jackbox Games. He's currently working on a new You Don't Know Jack game, which will be out this fall in the Jackbox Party Pack 5. Follow him on Twitter at Mr. Arnie. AR-33 was played by Adal Rifai. Adal co-hosts the brand new puzzle podcast, Hey Riddle Riddle, and plays Adam on the podcast Siblings Peculiar. You can find him on Twitter at Adal Rifai. This episode edited by Seth Lind, with sound design and mix by Shane O'Connell. Recorded at Robert Doggy Jr.'s Puppy Pound in Brooklyn, Gravity Studios in Chicago, and Forever Dog Studios in Los Angeles. Music by Brendan Ryan. Opening call narration by Jeremy Crutchley. Ship design for the Bargarean Jade by Eric Geusz. Mission to Zix is brought to this galaxy by Audio Boom. Thanks, Audio Boom. And a very special thank you to our Patreon supporters for making Season 2 possible. Join them and get exclusive perks at patreon.com/Mission to Zix.
I'm sorry, we have to leave now. We have a new mission. We have been tasked with getting a group of bees back together who spent one wonderful summer together.
And I just got 2 brain jacks back from the girl that I sent my finger jacks to.
Hey, congratulations.
Whoa. And I actually don't have to be anywhere, so I'll stay on the ship, and I'll definitely be on the next episode.
AR-33, I'm so glad you're a member of the crew now.
It's canon. You may not always hear me, but I'm always here.
We love it.